A very good morning from the Alton Towers Resort, where it's summer 2025 and you're watching Theme Park Worldwide. Now in this vlog I'm going to be heading around the full park and sharing all of the latest updates, along with bringing you lots of top tips as well. Of course, we are now in the summer season, it's summer holidays, and yeah, going to be expecting the park to be quite busy today, but obviously not as busy as it was during the school trip season a few weeks ago. Filmed an update here on the channel, and some of the queue times were pretty crazy. Now it is the first few days of the summer holidays. I know not all schools have broke up yet, so there might still be a few trips here and there, but we shouldn't be seeing massive wait times of like 120 minutes and crazy queue times like we've seen over the past couple of weeks. But yes, summer 2025 is here. It's supposed to be a nice sunny day today, but it's a bit cloudy now. I've got up here to the resort, so we'll see what it's going to be like. But come and join me as we head around the full park and share all the latest updates today. And I've just made my way down Tower Street, the main entrance area here at the park. Rides open from 10 AM through until 6 o'clock throughout the summer. However, later in August, ride closes actually 7 o'clock, which is great. It's always worth checking out the opening hours on the official website before visiting. But yeah, the next few weeks it's 10 AM through until 6, and then it moves through to 7 o'clock later in August. I'm not liking the look of them clouds up there, but we'll make the most of it. I'm in for the full day today, no matter what the weather. Oh, look at the towers, looking gorgeous over there. Now, something that's also back now throughout the summer, through until the 31st of August, is early ride time. This is for hotel guests only, but if you are staying in a resort hotel here at Alton Towers, you can actually get in from 9 AM and selected rides are open. That includes Sea Beebe's Land, the Runaway Mine Train, Nemesis Reborn, and also Toxicator as well. So well worth getting into the park early if you are staying in the hotels. But of course, even if you're not, if you're just a pass holder or a day guest visiting, arrive early. They still open the turnstiles earlier than 10 o'clock, so you can get in and get down to the queue for your first ride. Oh, there she is, the Smiler. Still the record holder of 14 inversions, more than any other roller coaster anywhere in the world. And yeah, that record's still right here at Alton Towers. It's just gone 10 o'clock. Can't see any movement yet on the Smiler. Oblivion seems like it's going round though. According to the app, it's looking a bit bleak this morning in terms of availability. So we'll see what it's like. That's the thing, Alton Towers really kind of struggle when it comes to opening everything on time on a morning. Lots of people pre-queuing though down here for the Smiler. Not a great start this morning at Alton Towers. It's 16 minutes past 10, and yeah, both these rides still aren't open, and most of the park isn't. Look at this. Blimey, the only big rides open are Nemesis on 15 minutes and Galactica on 25. Wow, look at that. That is not a great start, 15 minutes into the operational day. Blimey. Yeah, you got a massive pre-queue for Oblivion all the way back. Shuttles are sending out, and that was a staff ride just, so that's going to open shortly. And the Smiler isn't cycling at all over there now. The trains are all parked up, and you got a big pre-queue all the way down. But yeah, I can't believe that. Let's hope this isn't a start of things to come for the summer holidays. Availability was poor last year, really poor in 2024, and then it gradually has got better throughout this season. But yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. Oh, not a good start to the day at all down here in X Sector and the rest of the park, other than Forbidden Valley by the looks of it. Now, of course, they're doing some staff rides, and normally that's a sign that it's about to be signed off and open shortly. So what I might do is just jump on this on single rider, because it really shouldn't be anybody waiting in single rider at the start of the day. Most people are going to want to ride all together. So that's a top tip. Of course, you have got the single rider queues around the park. Make the most of them, because they can certainly save you time. Here we go, 25 past 10. First ride of the day is open down here in X Sector. Oblivion. Yeah, just joined the single rider queue. Probably going to be one of the first ones on this of the day. Yeah, quite a big pre-queue out there now for the main queue. Let's hop straight on single rider, start the day. Yeah, not the best. Let's hope things pick up throughout the day. It's not like weather delays or anything like that. It's a lovely day. Love this view of the Smiler though from up here. Looks the part, doesn't it? They've chopped these bushes down a little bit actually, so it just opens up the view a bit more. Fantastic, look at that. Yeah, the Smiler's still not opened the queue line yet. Look at all them people all the way up the side there in X Sector. Yeah, you never know, by the time I come off, might be open, might be able to jump in the single rider there. Well, thanks to that single rider queue, I managed to get on one of the first shuttles of the day there on Oblivion, so waited less than 5 minutes, which I'm really pleased about. Main queue is now advertised on 30, so yeah, dropped on pretty good there. I tell you what though, it's taken a while to get the shuttle sent out, but you know what, it is running the 2 stations, which I'm pleased about. It does make all the difference when you've got both of them open. When it's just one station, it seems like it takes forever, and you're waiting out on the brake run for ages. When you've got them both in action, then it isn't too bad. You know, we're straight in there at the end, which was good. Still nothing over at the Smiler. There's literally hundreds of people like all standing in the queue and all out the front. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna go and have a look over there now. Well, it's just gone 10:40, the sun's shining and the Smiler has now opened. They're advertised not in 25 minutes, but yeah, from looking at that, I think it's going to be a lot more than 25. Underestimated, I think, there. Yeah, I'm going to give the single rider a miss for now as well, because a lot of people kind of pre-queuing down here at the side. So yeah, I'll come back down here later on and get on the Smiler. Well, to say it's going to be a lovely day here at Alton Towers. Yeah, not too busy on the main pathway at the front of the towers themselves. Looking beautiful as always, so magical with the music as well when you walk down here in front of the towers. Then we're going to go and head over to Dark Forest. Now, according to the app, 13 is still closed at the moment. It says opening soon, so I might be able to drop on that, either main queue or single rider. And if not, we're going to have a look what's happening down there, because obviously Rita hasn't operated for many weeks now and really got an uncertain future here at the park. Feels almost abandoned down here at the back of the park. Let's go and head down to 13 and have a look. But yeah, there's no staff at the top up here. I'm quite surprised. Normally when it's going to be closed for an extended period, and of course Rita's already down, they'll put some staff up here on the entrance to Dark Forest, because obviously there's nothing else down here, just to kind of stop people walking down here to then be turned away. So we're going to have a look, but yeah, there's no staff stopping people, and it is very quiet. Look at this, we're almost 11 o'clock. And of course with Rita, the future's looking really uncertain at the moment. It's been closed for quite a period of time. We don't really know what's going on with it. I mean, there's not really actively been loads of work happening, not like earlier in the season when we often saw work happening when it was closed. It spent most of 2025 closed, Rita. And tell you what, it's also closed, 13. Yeah, could have done with one of these staff members being at the top of Dark Forest, really. But yeah, there's a massive pre-queue down here. At least the sun's shining, but yeah, how the great have fallen, eh? I mean, Alton Towers, like, it's just not the same as it used to be, is it? Well, I just came over the tannoy and said entrance A phone, and basically that's the operator calling up the phone down at the entrance to the queue. Oh, and again. Oh. Maybe that's a sign that it's going to open. I guess we'll see. Looks like it is. If the main queue's opening, probably go for single rider again on here. Hey, that was just good timing. Good timing. Yeah, let's go single rider on 13. Oh, fantastic. Going to be the first person down the single rider queue. I'm probably going to make it to the station before everybody in the main queue. Because obviously they've got to walk around the cattle plane queue there. I'm almost up here at the station. That was just a matter of good timing with that one. Same with Oblivion, really. But you shouldn't have to rely on that, should you? I mean, we're an hour into the operational day. Well, it might have opened about 50 minutes late into the day, but I did get my ride there on 13, using the single rider queue, very efficient on there. Even throughout the day, it doesn't really get that busy at all. Obviously, I was the first person to go down there. They just made me wait until the other people came down from the main queue, and I ended up on the first train on row 2. So yeah, not too bad at all. It's a throughput monster though, that. 3 trains in service, good operations. That's the thing with just a lap bar. You get them checked nice and fast, straight down the train, and they're sending them out. It wasn't even stacking on 3 trains, which is what I like to see. Good operations on 13, and yeah, it needs to be, especially with it being the only ride operational down here in Dark Forest. Obviously you got a little bit of off-ride footage there of the lift hill and the first drop, but you can hardly see that from off-ride at all. That's what makes it though, all being in the forest, and obviously the crypt itself with the vertical drop track being inside this building behind me here. But if you do want to see on-ride POVs from pretty much all the major rides at Alton Towers, check out our playlist, because we did work with the park earlier this year and filmed lots of updated 4K POVs, including on 13. And just before we leave Dark Forest, beware, the wraiths have infiltrated this attraction. Rita, it's been closed since the 3rd of June 2025. Yeah, who knows the next time when we're going to walk under this tyre and in through the gates to the Alton Towers Intamin rocket. I guess we'll see what happens. We are still here on the board, closed for essential maintenance. What really makes Alton Towers is the location. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? With the towers right in the heart of the park. And especially on such a lovely day like this. The sun's shining, blue skies, really nice. I'm going to head on to a nice historical attraction now. that they've got here at the park, and that is Hex, the Legend of the Towers. It's had its fair amount of downtime over the past few years, but you know what? It seems like, touch wood, it's been pretty reliable throughout 2025, which I am pleased about. Obviously, the park did work with the ride manufacturer, Vekoma, who actually built the Madhouse itself, you know, the spinning room there at the end. And obviously, they made quite a few changes to the lighting and audio and things throughout the attraction as well. But yeah, you can always rely on Hex to not really have too big of a queue. I reckon this will be about 10 minutes maximum. And it is a great experience ride. That's the thing, if you're looking for the thrills, this ride isn't for you, but it is like a great experience. And of course, based on the legendary chained oak tree, which is located just down the road from Alton Towers in nearby Alton Village itself. Let's go. Oh, going to be in the next batch. Fantastic. Obviously can't film past this point. Used to be able to film in the first pre-show, but they stopped that after the refurb, which is a shame, because I used to like sharing that with you all. But I'll see you afterwards. There's never been an entrance to another linear section. There's never been any evidence from the outside. I do always love getting back on Hex, the Legend of the Towers. Only waited a couple of minutes there as well before heading into the first pre-show. Still one of my favourite rides here in the park, even though I'm not a huge fan of some of the changes they made during the recent refurbishments. I'm glad that the ride's a lot more reliable now, at least, and it's remaining open more, because it needs to be. You know, it's a great attraction still. Of course, you head through the cinema room before going into the Octagon, which is in that building, and then into a big warehouse, which is built just to the left there, but the back of the towers, completely not visible from this area in Her Ladyship's Gardens, to give you the illusion that the ride is still in the towers themselves. And obviously you're in there for a few minutes. It's the Madhouse itself, which simulates you going upside down, of course, even though that you're not. Yeah, it's a great ride. I do love it. And exiting here into the gardens is beautiful, especially in the summer at this time of the year. And whilst I'm down at this side of the park, may as well go and have a look around the world of David Walliams, just have a little walk through there, see what updates are going on, and also talk a little bit about Scarefest and Project Horizon as well. I'll look just here at the Cuckoo Cars Driving School. And round into the main parts of the world with David Walliams. All the flowers looking nice down here, all the hanging baskets. Yeah, this is very much an area of the park that became dated quite quickly. The IP with David Walliams and all based on his books. Yeah, it kind of lost its popularity quite fast. Lasted about a year, and then after that, you just don't really see this area that busy. Obviously, you've got the dark ride, Gangster Granny the Ride over there on the left-hand side. A good tip with that one is if you can see through the windows there and there's no queue, you're going to be waiting less than 5 minutes. Yeah, it's like right now. You can't see anybody waiting the other side of the windows there. So less than a 5 minute wait, because the loading area is just kind of the other side there. Yeah, it just feels very like dead and deserted down in this area. Bouncy bottom burp over on that side. And of course you've got the big empty theatre just there as well. I'd love to see that come back into use one day. Flavio's, which was removed, the temporary ride, and the carousel over here. It's quite a big space down here at the back of the park with not really much going on, to be honest. Yeah, it looks very dated. I'm still hoping we see this whole area transformed at some point in the near future. Just don't know how long the contract was with on the David Walliams brand for this area. Yes, let's talk a little bit about Project Horizon, shall we? Because there's been quite a lot of rumours lately. I've seen quite a lot of people talking about it. Saying that it's definitely been cancelled, it's not going ahead. As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't put it as a definite yet. It's certainly been delayed, or it might have been cancelled. I mean, this was the plans for a huge new indoor attraction, most likely an indoor roller coaster in a big building down here at the back. It would be an expansion to the park in an area that's not been used for over 30 years. I mean, you can just make out the flag tower over there, over on the side. And yeah, as far as we know, there's not really been any clearance or anything like that being happening down there. Originally, we all thought it was going to open this year in 2025. Had about a year and a half down as the construction phase for that. So this would have been the entrance pathway just behind me here that would have led down to its own little mini area where there would have been this huge show building for a ride. Now, like I said, there's been lots of rumours saying that it's been cancelled. There's been nothing official yet to say that it's not going ahead, but of course the park haven't really referenced it or teased it for quite some time. Here we are in 25, nothing's really started happening yet. They've got just under a year until basically the planning permission will expire. They'll need to reapply for it again. So ideally they need to get a shovel in the ground because it's a massive building they got permission for down there. I never thought they'd even even get planning permission to build a building so big here at Alton Towers. They've had so many issues in the past with planning permission, so they did well to get it. I think it'll be a real shame if they don't do that in the future as part of their plans. So I guess we'll just see what happens, won't we, with that one. But yeah, nothing official yet, but of course nothing has actually started yet on Project Horizon. So who knows if it's going to happen. It's one of them. We'll just keep you updated when we hear things. I know there was recently an event with Intamin where they were kind of saying, oh, they're not involved in the project anymore, meaning that maybe they were possibly involved in it, but maybe there's another manufacturer, or plans have changed, or it's not going ahead. End of the day, we just don't know. One thing I do know is though that this whole area just feels so flat. You got the old area where the dungeon was over here. Obviously you've got a boat ride in there, you got a dart ride. Hey, oh, what's flying on me here? Yeah, but fly on me. So yeah, you've got that whole area what could be used for a new attraction. You know, there's so much dead space back here where there could be, you know, new things, even like Burger Kitchen. You know, massive area, it just looks really dated, and this whole area could be completely transformed. I'd like to see it done like over a couple of years, couple of phases. Like first, before building the new ride, obviously get a shovel in the ground so you keep the permission. I'm getting attacked by flies here, I'm covered in bugs. Get a shovel in the ground first, but then actually refurbish this whole area first, add some new attractions, maybe a new dart ride, and then go in with the expansion down there at the back, just to make this whole area feel a lot more alive again like it used to. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Right, gonna go on the Sky Ride now, because we should get a nice view looking out at the construction on the new Scare Maze. Yet to be announced, but there's been a lot of work happening. Let's go and have a look. I like this new signage here whilst you're waiting for the Sky Ride. Chill out at the Towers Burger Kitchen. Relax, large indoor seating, chill, air conditions. It's quite a funny sign, isn't it? I think I'll stick to my lunchbox though. Even though you have got some pass holder perks now, still rather bring my lunchbox, to be honest. And up we go here on the Sky Ride, and we should get a nice aerial view looking at the new Scare Maze location. Right over there. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see the Merlin Magic making trucks there now. Interesting, lots of like wooden structures and things out the front there as well. Is it going to be themed to Dark Forest? I mean, that'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Obviously compounds themed around the Phalanx and Forbidden Valley. So yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, the Merlin Magic making truck is in position.
Early 19th century, situated in one of the wildest.
Look back over Dark Forest. Yeah, I can't really see a lot happening down there at Rita from above.
Because of course one marvellous magical ingredient.
Hopefully the pagoda fountain will be on as we're passing over the gardens today.
Not just any old water, no. Every lake, cascade, fountain or general water feature in Alton Towers Resort is served by the natural springs in the nearby Weaver Hills. So next time you hear of it, or you can rest assured that the water you see and hear is some of the very finest in the land. Now, frankly,
beautiful view there looking out over the gardens.
and indeed
Yeah, no pagoda fountain on today, unfortunately. It's a shame with it being such a nice day.
Turns out our badgers are a breed of speed freaks. Alton Towers Resort has always been a bit bananas, and the same could be said of the 16th Earl during his time here. He managed to grow his own bananas in the garden conservatory at a time when the banana was an incredibly exotic fruit. The present-day gardens are a celebration of the Earl's early work, and the mission of the 12 green-fingered gardeners here today is to stay true to the Earl's vision.
It's been so nice having the Sky Ride back in operation here at Alton Towers. And as much as I don't think the work needed to take 2 years on here, I'm just glad that they did the work in the end. Because I know there was definitely conversations about the long-term future. Is it worth spending the money on this? You know, a multi-million-pound investment to get this back operational again. I'm so glad they spent the cash. It's a vital piece of infrastructure at the resort, and it's really nice looking out over the views as well. And I love walking down through the gardens, but it saves so much time when you have a ride on the Sky Ride and get to take in the beauty as well. And obviously it connects Dark Forest and Wilder David Williams area, which was the station where I got on. Then got this station, which is known as Main Drive. This is like the main powerhouse to the Sky Ride. This is here in Forbidden Valley and also connects to Gloomy Wood. And of course you got the station down by the main entrance, which is at Tower Street. Right then, back down here in Sector 97. Little nod there to Ripsaw, the old top spin. They used to stand on this site. Obviously that opened back in 1997. Time for Toxicated, it's on 45 minutes, the biggest queue I've seen for it in a while. But it has got single rider, there's about 7 people in it. So I'm going to go for that. I'm still yet to actually have a soaker ride on Toxicator. I did try a few weeks ago, and if you've seen the video, a massive gust of wind came in. I didn't get wet. The fountains were on full force like this, but I got nothing. The wind blew it. So yeah, I'm gonna get my riding on here now. Apparently it gets you quite wet in the face. Oh, look at that. I'm excited for this. 23 degrees, sun shining. Let's go single rider on Toxicator here at Alton Towers. New for this year. Love this addition for the park. Oh yeah, single rider's not looking bad. Yeah. Overhead splash zone. Let's go. Oh, we got 7, 8 people in here, not too bad. Awesome ride there on Toxicator. Waited about 15 minutes there in the single rider queue, and yeah, as you can see, I'm not really that wet. My shoes got a bit of a soak in, but other than that, I didn't really get it in my face. I think it all depends on where you sit on there. I was on this side, so facing out towards Nemesis, instead of on the other side facing towards Galactica. And yeah, the couple people next to me got really wet, like all in the hair and everything, but I didn't really get that much on there. It definitely varies depending on where you sit on this suspended bus top spin. But still, I think it's a fantastic ride. What's quite funny is, even on the cooler and rainy days, we've actually been soaking people on there. There was a massive storm the other day, and there was still wetting people on there, like even when it's raining, which is quite funny. So if you are coming to Alton Towers this summer, prepare to get soaked. I'm sure after the summer holidays though, we'll probably tone it down a little bit, and yeah, probably go back to how it was before. Yeah, it definitely depends on where you sit on there. Sometimes you're in for a soaking, other times might just be your feet that get wet. And it's so funny watching people walk under the ride, under this tunnel here, not realising how wet they're going to get. Obviously there is the signs that says overhead splash hazard, but I think people think it's just part of the theming. If you're walking down here, you can get absolutely soaked. Yeah, there is a sign there saying splash zone as well. Obviously a lot of people don't pay any attention and they walk straight under there, and they get dripping wet through, wetter than people on the ride. Well, you've just seen some off-ride footage there of Galactica, which is the park's 2002 B&M flying coaster. And as much as it's not my favourite ride at the park, still like going on it every so often. The main queue was advertised on 45, but I managed to do single rider, and yeah, it took about 5 minutes, which was fantastic. Right, as you can see, the sun's shining, and we've got lovely blue skies here at Alton Towers, but actually all the outdoor rides have literally just closed because of a storm. So obviously there's not one right over the park at the moment. Maybe there's one approaching. I've just looked on my weather app, and it looks like there's no storm in the area at all to me. But obviously safety's paramount. Obviously Alton Towers don't feel like it's safe to operate these rides with guests on at the moment outside. So yeah, all the outdoor rides have now closed. It's quite rare that this happens, to be honest. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if a storm does actually come in or not. But yeah, at the moment, it's blue skies and sunshine. So announcements keep playing saying that due to poor weather conditions, the rides are now closed. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't look that bad at all. Like, I've never really known it like this before. So I guess we'll see what happens. I've literally just checked, and it doesn't look like anything's coming in the local area. But yeah, here's a look at the app at the moment. On the thrill page, only one ride is now open, and that is Nemesis Subterra, the indoor drop tower here in Forbidden Valley, on 15 minutes. That queue's going to shoot up quite a bit, isn't it? As you can see, all the other rides are closed for a weather delay. So yeah, let's see what happens. Sun's out and blue skies. I mean, safety is always paramount, 100% with theme parks, but it seems maybe like it's a bit over the top, this one. I can't see anything at all coming in, which is very strange. Yeah, it's rare that this kind of happens. We're not really used to storms here in the UK that much, are we really? I mean, there's been a couple overnight the past few days. But yeah, nothing really coming in at the moment. I guess we'll see what happens. Everyone looks a bit confused because it says like weather delay. But yeah, it's really warm. It's like 24 degrees, blue skies and sunshine. Oh dear. Yeah, I wonder who's made the call for this one. Seems like maybe it was a bit premature to me. Oh, helicopter looking really good. Here at the Phalanx facility, Forbidden Valley. Yeah, Subterra's jumped up to 25 now. Still not too bad. Half an hour is about my cut-off for Subterra. We're going to head down into Gloomy Wood. I think we'll go for the curse at Alton Manor. And whilst I'm on my way round into Gloomy Wood, just wanted to check in over here at Compound. This was the new Scare Maze that opened for Scarefest last year. Brilliant addition, really enjoyed it. Of course, this is built in the shipping containers and the tent just there. Obviously, you can see the signage in place. Yeah, everything's still there, being left set up from Scarefest last year. That's a good thing with these two new locations that they've got. The one here and the one that I showed you earlier whilst we were on the Sky Ride in Dark Forest. Like, they're out of the towers, they're in their own buildings, they can stay set up throughout the year. And yeah, I really do like that. You know, they're kind of hidden away down off the main paths, which is really good. But yeah, going to have around the curse at Alton Manor. Been 20 minutes now since the outdoor rides closed and still no sign of a storm over Alton Towers or the surrounding area. Obviously safety is always paramount and it's better to be safe than sorry, but yeah, it just seems like maybe it was due a bit too early on closing the outdoor rides today, in my opinion there. Looks like we're not going to be riding this for now either. The curse at Alton Manor is closed. Surely this isn't a weather delay. I mean, it can't be, it's a dark ride. This was just be another technical issue going on here. Not a great day today at Alton Towers, unfortunately. Everyone's just standing about. Oh dear. Can't go and even see Emily. Yeah, looks like they're actually evacuating the ride. Got these big gates open here. Obviously they're normally closed. These to the back of house area, around the back of the attraction. Well, yeah, they're open. And groups are being led down, being evacuated from Alton Manor. So yeah, outdoor rides are closed because of the weather delay. We've got this nice high capacity dark ride that's also closed because of downtime. Obviously weather's completely out of the park's control, however the ride availability again has really took a turn for the worse recently, and you know, we said earlier this season it had got better, but yeah, we're starting to see them getting back into their old ways again. It kind of felt like, you know, they were getting on top of things, but like look at this morning, hardly anything was open, and that wasn't a weather delay, that was just rides weren't signed off, they weren't ready. Because basically obviously the techies do all their checks, they have to then sign the rides off, then ride management have to come down, do all their starting checks and sign the ride off. You know, it's just not all being done on time. And obviously when you've got a weather delay like this, and then the dark ride's gone down as well, like, yeah, it's not great. So there's literally nothing operational on this side of the park. Obviously the rapids are closed as well, but they are just still sending boats. Sun's shining down here in Katanga Canyon. Bam, bam, bam.
Jungle Cruise, skipper. Time to face these waterfalls head on.
We're 30 minutes into the rides being closed now because of adverse weather. Look at this, like the literally shining. Something doesn't add up here, something doesn't make sense. I've never known it like this before. Very strange, very, very strange. That's what made me think, is it something else that's going on, you know? Like, absolutely sweating standing here. There's no signs of any rain or storms or anything. On the app, obviously the only thrill ride still open is Nemesis Subterra. That's now on 45 minutes. Everything else showing us closed down there. Family rides in CBeebies Land, you've got a few bits that are open down there, but obviously the outdoor rides are closed down there as well. Crazy. I've never seen it like this before. Just down here in one of my favourite spots now in Mutiny Bay, by the water. Obviously Battle Galleons is closed as well. In fact, can't see any rides at all operating from where I'm standing because all the outdoor rides closed about 45 minutes ago. Still no sign of any storm though over Alton Towers. I mean, there's a few clouds, but I can't like hear any rumbles or see any flashes or anything like that. Yeah, it all seems very strange. Obviously everyone's just walking about. Queues for food are really big now because everyone, well, has got nothing really to do. So yeah, I don't know what to do myself. Obviously I was intending on getting around the full park, sharing a full update like our summer vlog today, as I said at the start, but I might call it a day, especially with us only living 10 minutes away, so close. Yeah, I might call it a day today. It didn't start off great this morning either, did it, with ride availability and down in X sector. And some days just happen like this. Some days, you know, are absolutely fine, other days are not. But yeah, today's one of them days, isn't it, where, yeah, clearly there's something going on. So I might call it a day. Well, everyone's just chilling out down here on the front lawn, so I don't blame them, to be honest. Yeah, I can't quite decide what to do. Do I call it a day? How long is this going to go on for? When the ride's going to be back open? Is a storm going to come in or not? I'm not too sure. I really don't know what to do, especially being so close. I'm tempted to come back because some days just don't work out, do they? I think this could be one of those. Like I say, it wasn't like the best of starts earlier, was it? So I might just come back another day, but not everybody has that option, do they? You know, like I'm lucky that I do live close, and that's why I film these updates, to be honest, and keep you updated with what's going on. Alton Towers, it is very like hit and miss at the moment. It's one of them, isn't it? Sometimes you'll come and have a great day, other times not as much. And clearly, it's the latter today, unfortunately. Obviously, the weather's not the park's fault. If there is a storm, obviously, you know, that's one of them things. But yeah, I feel like maybe they just closed things a little bit too early today before they knew if it was really going to hit the resort or even be close. It's not like you can even hear anything. It's not like, oh, okay, I can hear a storm in the distance. Like you see that at the Florida parks quite a bit, you know, where there's nothing over the park and you think, well, why are rides closed? Well, then you can hear it in the distance or you can see it. But yeah, it's not the case here. There's a few darker clouds, but not really much at all. Like, it's the sun mostly shining through. Well, we're almost an hour into this now since the outdoor rides closed. I've made a decision. I'm going to leave the park today and call this one a day. I'll come back up maybe one day next week and do my full kind of park tour, share more tips and updates as I'm going round. Is a storm coming? Is it not? I'm not too sure. I guess we'll see what happens. It's got a little bit darker, but still can't really hear any rumblings or anything like that. So I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think today's one of them days where it's best just to call it a day because obviously it didn't start off the best with ride availability earlier on. And even like things like Alton Manor are closed. Things that are still open have got massive queues. I think when you live so close, it's one of them. Making the right decision to leave today and come back. And I feel like I'll be able to, you know, get round and do a better update for you all on another day. But still, got here and, you know, got on a few rides, which has been nice. That's the thing with living local. I'm lucky, you know, that I can just do that and come and get a few bits in and leave, you know, if the weather turns or, well, yeah, or whatever's happening now happens. But there we go. Let's just hope that ride availability improves at Alton Towers. As much as the weather isn't their fault, you know, no matter what's going to happen. I might turn the camera off, walk back to the car, and there might be a massive storm, you know, and if there is, there is. It's one of them things. I just feel like maybe they were a bit too, like, you know, close things a little bit earlier instead of waiting until it gets a little bit closer before thinking, right, let's close. But I've just checked, there's no storms within like 15-20 miles of the resort. I'm looking on the app that I use all the time for looking at the weather, so I guess we'll see what happens. But thanks for joining me here on Theme Park Worldwide. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned next week on the channel where I'll come back, do a full vlog round, and bring you all those latest updates from around the park. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.